Hello, I'm the Indigo Warrior, and this is your Libra Scorpio Cusp Angel Horoscope for the month of September 2017. Before I start with your reading, guys, I have a couple of announcements to make, if that is okay. The first announcement is that your video is being videoed on a tripod, so hopefully this will stop the video image from shaking and less sort of discomfort is caused. I'm still getting my head around it, so the videos are still a little bit work in progress, but hopefully your reading will be adequate and okay. The second announcement that I'd like to make is that there is a new Facebook page up and running for anybody that is interested in that. I put a daily, weekly, and monthly card up normally. I have not been updating it for a couple of days. Reason being is because I've not really been very well and I haven't really wanted to sort of get the readings all mixed up. So I will hopefully get back on that as soon as possible. So yeah, let's begin with your reading, guys. Okay, for the beginning of September, we have the Ace of Ariel. Now, this card, I think it'd be easier if I do it like this. This card it's your lucky day, new resources with money, time or support, a changing job or a promotion. Okay, so what I get from the Ace of Ariel, guys, is that, there's going to be great prospects this month already. I feel like some of you guys, you might have been working yourself into the ground a little bit in the previous months. However, now you're going to reap the rewards for this. And I kind of feel like it might be a break. You might need to take a break this month. And you're not really going to really care about that, because at least you can put your feet up and be able to enjoy that time off, I feel. I also feel like, for instance, if some of you have had money issues, then someone's going to come into your life. You probably already know them. Going to come in and give you some resources and some money and stuff like that you probably wouldn't expect from that person. And I feel like this is going to sort of change your world around a little bit, and you're gonna get back on track. But obviously this is a promotion card as well, so some of you guys are going to get that promotion that you guys really wanted. I also feel like for some of you that some of you might not get the promotion that you wanted, but there's going to be a new opportunity, a new job offer that you're more willing to take because it suits you and your needs and your life a bit better. Kind of get that sense. But I feel like money is definitely on its way, guys. Okay, that's the first card for you. Second card, guys, you have is stay. Okay, so what I kind of feel like what the angels are bringing with stay, guys, is that it's all well and good to sort of keep on wanting to do new and exciting things, but sometimes you might need to just stay in the situation that you're already in, because there's things that either you need to learn, things you need to grow from, things that you haven't necessarily seen before and could actually be beneficial to you. You might come across something like in a box or something that's been hidden away, and you're like, oh well, that would have been really helpful at this point, but that's okay because I can use it now for this. Kind of get that sense. But I also feel like what the angels try to bring to you guys for stay is that if there's a decision that needs to be made, you know that it's best for you to sort of just stay put as such. It's best for you to stay put at the moment and to make a decision later as such. That's what I kind of get. Okay. Your next card, guys, is unconditional joy. Okay, and obviously there is a prayer on this card for dear Archangel Raphael. Thank you for helping me appreciate everything that makes me happy right now. Okay, so what I kind of feel like, guys, is that this is to me, because there's 3 dogs in this card. I don't know if you can see 3 dogs in this card. Sorry, I've got Oh, not been very well, and it's sort of coming back out, so I apologise. I'm trying to give this as accurate as possible. You got three dogs in this card. So what I kind of feel is what the angels sort of bring through, what Raphael brings through with this card, is that, you know, spend some time with some animals. So if you're a pet owner, you know, spend some time with your animals, because I feel like your animals are going to sort of give you some help and some comfort and some love this month. This is also a card to pay attention to your animals as well, because there could be some health issues related to your animals that you might need to take care of this month. And I feel like you might need to take them to a vet, or some like animal therapist or something like that. You might need to see how your animals are coping, because there could be something sort of, you know, under the surface, I feel. Um, okay. But I also feel like, you know, this is a card of, you know, how, like, you know, think of an animal lover that loves being around their animals. You know, what kind of emotions do they feel, you know, when they're around, you know, their animals? Some people find this with children, some people just find this, you know, with friends, some people just like having their time alone. They get that feeling, they get that sense. That's the kind of feeling that you guys, you know, are entitled to this month. Obviously it's unconditional joy, that's what the feeling is. So just, you know, just be free. Do something for you this month, and do something that will bring you great happiness, and you should go far, and I feel like that. But just pay attention to animals this month, I feel, especially if you are a pet owner, because there could be something going on underneath the surface, I kind of feel, that needs sort of needs attention, I kind of feel. Okay. Right, your next card, guys, is we have workshops and seminars. Okay, so attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So, if you've really been thinking about going to that workshop, or I have Mind Body Spirit in my head, so some of you guys might want to go to a Mind Body Spirit sort of workshop. Some of you have been wanting to give a seminar, or wanting to go to a seminar. And this is actually part of your life purpose and your life journey. So it would be good if you did end up going, because you'll probably find out that you're going to enjoy yourself a lot more than you thought you would. So if you've been a bit hesitant, I feel like the angels sort of bringing this forward to go, hang on a second, be aware that this is actually something that you're supposed to do, or something that is, you know, beneficial for your life purpose here on this earth. But also be very open to teaching and learning as well. So if there's something you don't know, then like be a little bit more sort of open about whether or not to learn something new and things like that. I kind of get, you know, buy yourself a new age book, for instance. Get yourself a new age book, and on a topic you haven't really understood, or you don't really know about, something like that, and you probably would be very surprised. You probably be able to, you know, work some bits and pieces out through it, and probably you might not believe in some of the practices or whatever like that, but it's just the fact of you might be able to take something away from that, and I think that is the point. So just, but maybe buy yourself a book at the beginning of the month, maybe go to see somebody speak, you know, and talk their truth, go to a workshop, you know, participate in something spiritual, something like that perhaps. But it doesn't necessarily have to be in a spiritual way. It could be obviously in more of a business sense or anything like that. But I feel like, for instance, this could be beneficial if it is in a spiritual way. So just, you know, go out there and explore. I kind of get that sense. Okay. The next card, guys, is you have successful completion. Now, this is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. Okay, Libra Scorpio. Okay, for some of you, everything that I have already said will be sort of, you know, interlinked with the other thing. So just be aware that you're on the right track. You're doing excellent work. You know, the angels are like sort of, you know, praising and being very like sort of congratulating. You know, you're doing an amazing job. So you guys are going to be blessed with a lot of spiritual sort of insights. Some of you could be psychic, you know, clairvoyant, you know, things like that. So you're going to be blessed with a lot of spiritual insights, and you know, you might have been really, really fast, but I feel like now it's going to stop for a while. But don't panic, because it's going to get speedy again at some point. I feel like that's going to get really quick again. So it might get even quicker than what you were expecting again. But I feel like this is a card for validation, to sort of go, you're doing an excellent job, well done, you know, so carry on with the good work. Take a break and then carry on. That's what I kind of feel. Okay. Your next card for the beginning of the month of September, we have beginnings. So there is a new beginning, and Shamiel brings this card forward to let you guys know that. There is definitely a new beginning. But I kind of feel that Shamiel's sort of bringing through is that, you know, you know, when something ends, something new begins. When a door closes, a new one opens. It's that sort of feeling. So just pay attention to the signs. And if you do feel like, you know, you've got a bit stuck, there's nothing sort of going on at the moment for you at the beginning, sort of the beginning point before it goes on to the middle of the month. If you feel a bit stuck and you feel like there's nothing going, look around you, pay attention to the small little signs, because I generally feel that the angels are sort of bringing through for you guys that you're in a part of a new beginning. So when one chapter closes, a new one begins. So just pay attention to this. That's what I kind of feel that Shamiel's sort of bringing through. And obviously new beginnings are scary for some people. So just pay attention to, you know, the positives of the situation. Okay, let's move on to your middle of the month, guys. Okay, so we have the Two of Michael. Okay, right. So this card is, it will get better if you just make a decision, over analysing a problem and find a compromise. Okay, some of you guys, I feel, are going to sort of, you know, overthink, and some of you are going to sort of go, well, I got everything that you were saying, that, you know, everything that you said beginning of the month, I've done this, you know, I've done that, and at the beginning of the month you would have probably done that. However, by the middle you probably would have been like, there's something missing, something didn't happen in the way that I expected it. So what does that mean? I don't know. And that's the kind of feelings I get from this card, what Two of Michael sort of wants to bring. What I feel like Michael also is sort of trying to say is, you know, stop, take a break, take yourself away, because your thoughts are sort of, you're going over and over and over the same thing, and that's not going to be sort of helpful and healthy for your growth. So just, you know, try and calm those thoughts down. Try and do maybe perhaps some meditation to stop those intruding thoughts, to, you know, breathe, and to, you know, do some meditation to connect to the higher source, maybe connect to your angels. And you'll probably be surprised, because I feel like the answer will be right smack in the middle of your, you know, you've seen what the answer is, and you're gonna go, oh really, was that really it? And I feel like that's generally what it will be. So perhaps take some time out and stop overthinking certain things. And I know it's easier said than done, but just try and remove yourself, find some time to do some meditation, or connect with your angels, or connect with whoever you personally believe, your spiritual team, or, you know, the divine, or whoever you personally believe. And I'm sure that you'll get, you know, better clarity of mind, and, you know, sort of, you know, understand a few things a bit better as well. I kind of get that sense. Okay, then we move on to you already know. See, I feel like this is connected to what Two of Michael sort of thing, is that you do know what it is that you either want to do, need to do, or know about someone else, or something like that, that's been causing you some deep stress. I feel like this could be connected to money as well, money issues. So some of you may have overspent, and, you know, and sort of recklessly sort of spent loads of money, and you didn't think about it, and now you're sort of, you know, oh no, I've got loads of bills, I've got loads of, you know, things to deal with, maybe to the debts to deal with. What the angels sort of bring through is that you already know how to solve the situation. So it might not seem like you know, but you do know the answer and you have the answer. So perhaps do some meditation and you'll probably get some insight, guys. I get that sense. Okay, we have stay positive as well. So obviously what Archangel Raphael brings through with this card is obviously, you know, to stay positive, you know, because obviously it's all well and good to go, oh no, you know, this, that and the other. And obviously we have the two of Michael sort of going, you know, over analyzing the problem and stuff like that. So pay attention to your thoughts. That's what I feel like the angels are trying to bring through, guys. Pay attention to your thoughts, because it doesn't necessarily matter if you are positive on the outside if you're not positive on the inside, because it works in the same way, if you know what I mean. So if you're positive either on the inside and the outside, both even, then probably a lot of positive things will probably start happening in your life, you know, things like that. But if you're negative and, you know, everything's sort of a bit doom and gloom, things in your life may start turning a little bit sort of upheaval. Things might not work out better for the best, you know, things are going to be a little bit more negative. So just try and stay as positive as you can. Don't overanalyze things. Don't sort of, you know, over sort of do things. Just allow yourself to sort of be free as possible and connect with your angels, connect with your guides, and you probably will be fine. And obviously there is a prayer here for thank you for helping me to be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. So obviously Archangel Raphael is a health archangel. He also, I feel, is pointing out, because I did feel pets earlier that could have some issues going on that you might need to pay attention to. I do feel like he's mentioned that again. However, he's now saying pay attention to your own health around this time, because for instance, some of you might have quite a serious issue when you take your dog to the vet, or, you know, a therapist or something like that, and you wouldn't have realized this, and it's going to cause you some turmoil. So I kind of feel like what Raphael's sort of bringing through is, you know, look after yourself as well. You know, if you're, you know, don't take the stress on the world as such. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, try and stay as positive as possible. Stay positive as possible. That is the message here, guys. Okay, next card we have is you are profoundly clairvoyant. So I did feel like clairvoyance was a strong suit somewhere. So that's interesting. So some of you, not all of you perhaps, but some of you are clairvoyant. Or you have activated a lot of clairs. I kind of get that sense as well. So clairvoyance is obviously trust what you see in your mind's eye as well with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching and guidance. Now what I find interesting is this is below the be open to teaching and learning card, but happened earlier on in the month. So there's going to be something else in the middle of the month now that's going to sort of, you know, get you wide awake. And I did feel like get yourself a book perhaps, and there's loads of books on clairvoyance, you know, or anything to do with psychic ability or things like that, ESP and things like that. So just pay attention to this, because some of you guys are profoundly clairvoyant. You know, you're going to be, you know, you're going to see images in your head, you're going to see things play out, you know, you might have, you know, scenarios and stuff like that, you know, and pay attention to your dreams as well if you are clairvoyant, because obviously it's all to do with the images and stuff like that. And you probably could get quite a lot of messages through this way as well. But obviously, you know, if you don't know, if you've worked out that you are clairvoyant, you know, the best and easy ways of, you know, living with clairvoyance as such, and you want to help others, is anything to do with healing, teaching and guidance, you know, and you're going to, you know, soar. You're going to be fantastic, absolutely wonderful. So just pay attention to that. Okay. I also get the sense, guys, that some of you could, you know, have an argument around this time. and you are actually going to be the one in the right. You're going to know the answers before it happens. I kind of get that sense. So it could be a little bit precognition sort of coming through a little bit. But someone around you is going to take it the wrong way, and it's probably wise if you could try and sort of protect yourself and sort of protect your energy and things like that. So just be aware of that, because I feel like you're going to sort of know that there's going to be an argument. There is an argument, and then you need to protect yourself, because I feel like you are genuinely in the right here. You're not the one that's in the wrong. Okay. Right. Okay, so then we have organisation. For your plans are on target and everything will flow more smoothly if you add a little organisation and discipline to your methods. The key to success is to allow your creativity to be gently guided by logic. Be open to asking for help from someone very intellectual, or seek out a mentor. Oh, okay. So I feel like around this time you guys might have this spark of an idea that you want to sort of go and create. You want to do. You want to sort of, you know, get out there in the world and want to sort of put your mark on the world as such. Kind of get that sense. So what I kind of feel like the angels sort of going is, you know, brilliant ideas. Just try and be a little bit more organized with how you want to do this, because you don't want to sort of be too impulsive, and you don't want to sort of get the facts wrong and then you're sort of left with like, oh no, I didn't think of that. You know, you don't want to sort of get like that. So what I kind of feel like is the angels sort of going is, you know, get organized and you will be fine, absolutely fine. So get organized, but remember that if you are a little bit stuck and you don't really know, then who are your mentors? You know, who are the people that you can learn and you've already learned from, or people that you know you could learn from? Ask yourself these questions. And they could be celebrities, you know, they could be celebrities, they could be, you know, spiritual people, you know, they could be pretty much anybody that you can connect with, and you don't have to be face to face with them, you know, obviously, but you know, you can connect with. So perhaps someone that's written a book or something, you might learn a lot from somebody. And I do feel like I'm picking up books a lot this month, guys, for you. So you know, hopefully some of you guys are readers, you know, Libra, Scorpio, but there's might be a few books for you that could be beneficial this month for you. Just try and stay as organised as possible though when you think about a new idea around this time. I get that sense. Okay, at the end of the middle we have Zadkiel for romance. So there's a romantic opportunity, guys, which is going to make your heart flutter. I kind of get that sense. Okay, so a romantic opportunity at the end of it's not the middle, but the end of the middle, going on to the end. You're gonna know, you already know this person, and you might have liked them for a while. I kind of get that sense. And okay, there's a contrast here. There's a scenario of you already know this person, you've known them for a while, you've had your eye on them, and you know, they're going to do something around this time and you're going to go, you know, and you sort of, you will want to sort of see where it goes as such. For others, a new person is going to enter your life around this time, and they're going to, you know, sweep you off your feet as such, and that's unusual. You're going to find that very unusual, and you're not going to know if you like it or not. So just pay attention that there is definitely a love opportunity coming in around this time. If you are single, if you are in a relationship, however, I feel like this is going to be the time where you can rekindle that sort of spark, that sort of flame within your own relationship. So if things have been a little bit up and down, you'll be able to sort of reconnect, and you'll probably, you know, really you'll move on to a great stage in your romantic relationship. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's move on to the end of your month, guys. Okay, so we have a major arcana for solutions. So this is obviously Archangel Zadkiel that is bringing this card forward. So this is success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience. forgiving and healing energy. So I feel like this is connected to what was going on at the end of the month with romance. So I do kind of feel that, you know, some of you guys are going to sort of wait and you're going to sort of see what happens with this person. You know, you probably do like this person, I kind of get that, but you're a bit unsure about certain sort of facts, certain things. So you're going to sort of, you know, you're going to sort of have a little look. I kind of get that sense. You're going to have a little look, and I feel like your Scorpio side of you more is going to be coming out a little bit with, you know, the sort of on the prowl as such. You're going to sort of, you know, observe and watch. I kind of get that sense. But obviously this is a very self-controlled and patient sort of exercise, so that's why I thought the Scorpio side of you guys are going to come out a little bit, you know, and you're going to sort of, you know, watch, and you might watch from a distance, you know, and I kind of get that sense. But I kind of feel like for some of you guys that obviously if you did know this person, that they may have done something that's really wound you up, so it might be a good time now to sort of forgive and sort of let go, and, you know, sort of just move on as such. But or if not, then forgive, let go, move on. However, allow them to have a second chance. I kind of get that sense. For some of you, as I said, I felt like there was an argument around at some point for you with the profoundly clairvoyant card earlier. So just, this could be the same person, that obviously it could be the person that will see to do with your romantic life. However, this person could come back at this time and wants to like apologize and, you know, stuff like that. And I feel like the angel's sort of going, you know, forgive, let go. That's what I kind of feel. So, you know, I feel like that is the message here. Okay, let's move on. We have Make a Wish. So I feel like Make a Wish is definitely quite a self-explanatory card, guys. So what I kind of feel is that what the angels are sort of bringing through is that Make a Wish is, you know, sometimes you kind of like, you might feel a bit sort of all over the place. You don't really know where you sort of stand with certain things. So just make a wish. Make a wish. Maybe ask the fairies if you don't feel comfortable. You know, if it's, for instance, if it's love related as well, go to you know, cherubs, you know, the fairies, mermaids, if you work with the mermaids, you know, anything that you personally believe, you know, just make that wish, and then let the universe as such carry that wish and see what happens. I kind of get that sense. So just make a wish around the end of the month. I kind of get that feeling. Okay, and this is also actually a wishes come true kind of card as well. So there could have been a wish that you already made that now is the time it's going to come true. Okay, so then we have faith. So I kind of feel like, guys, that this probably isn't actually what I just said, but for some of you it could have been. But the main message I feel that the angels are sort of bringing through is that if you are going to make a wish, just have faith. Don't try and push an outcome. Don't try to, you know, manipulate the system as such. Just let go and have faith that the universe is going to, you know, deliver that wish, you know, if it's the right thing for you. So obviously this is Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, I thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. And that is pretty much, you know, the best sort of prayer that you guys could think of right now, is that, you know, just allow things to happen the way that they need to happen. I kind of get that sense, guys. Okay, so we have crystals. Now this is an interesting card, this card. So this obviously, the energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. So some of you could work with, you know, crystals, and, you know, and you do a lot of healing work with crystals. Obviously that makes sense if you're clairvoyant as well. And obviously I kind of feel like some of you guys are really advanced, like, you know, with your spiritual growth, which is amazing. Well done. So then obviously, if that is the case, then this is going to be a great month for you, you know, professionally, spiritually, emotionally. I kind of feel like that. Also, crystals is also an identification that there is a crystal, adult or child, relevant to this situation. So you know, it's a spiritual child or adult, so just pay attention to this. You could in fact be a crystal adult child, you know, adult child, sorry, or you might have a crystal child in your life. I kind of get that sense. So just pay attention to, you know, certain people are in your life at the moment. Or for instance, if you have this romantic opportunity or you're in a relationship with someone, they could in theory be a crystal person. So just look around and see, because this person is going to be very sensitive, very attuned to the world around them. So just take a less abrupt approach with this person. I feel like that is the message here, guys. Okay, then we have is 10 of action. So you're working a little bit too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. So just pay attention, guys, that if you can't deal with all of this stress, I know it's natural to want to sort of get cracking and sort of get into work and sort of do like that, but I feel like this is going to cause you some health issues. So just, try and take things at a balanced sort of approach. Now that is interesting, because I know I said your Scorpio side is probably out with your romantic sort of elements, but pay attention to what your Venus is in as well, guys, because that's going to be more important here. But I feel like your Libra is now out as such. Your Libra side is now out. So just, try and see that balance as such. Try and see that sort of, way around the situation. Try and be diplomatic with people. Try and, ask for help from other people if you do need that help. I kind of get that sense, because you might take on so much around this time and around this in this month that you're going to need that little extra help by the end of the month to give you that extra push as such. Kind of get that. Okay. Okay. That's what I kind of feel for that one. Okay, and your last card, guys, is we have Metatron for miracles. And now what I feel like Metatron's trying to bring through is that, obviously we had make a wish and have faith here. So this is interesting as well. Like if I put this here, we've got make a wish, have faith, and then miracles. So there's going to be a few extra bits and pieces going on before this point, but you are entitled to what your wish is. So just pay attention to this. This is also a pregnancy and baby card. So some of you guys are going to give birth around this point, and it's going to be fantastic. You might have been a little bit upset and a little bit worried about this because you might have had some issues before, some problems before with trying to, have a child. So this is going to be your own little miracle. Kind of get that sense. Okay. Okay, let's see if there is anything else I can pick up from your cards. Don't think so. Okay, right, okay. So, obviously, I am the Indigo Warrior. I'm not going to be for everybody. So, if you didn't get a message, please don't make one fit you. It's just, you wouldn't have got a message. It's as simple as that. So, if you do need a message and you feel like you need one, go to perhaps a different reader, because they can probably, give you the message that you want, if you know what I mean. I just get what I get, and sometimes I'm going to get a message for you, sometimes I won't. So just, bear with me as such. I apologise that if my readings was a little bit a bit more basic this time. As I said, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather still, so I'm better because I can still do, psychic work as such. It's just I don't know. I don't sort of feel 110%, so I know it's probably not going to be as great as your previous reading. So I apologise for this. Okay. But yeah, if you didn't get a message, please don't make one fit you. I'm a very strong believer in this. And obviously, if you feel that someone else could benefit from one of my readings, then please point them to my direction. Obviously, September. Yeah, I've done most of September's readings, however there's still a lot more to go, so just bear with me. I'm a little bit behind, so just bear with me and hopefully we'll get back on track and people won't have to wait too long. Okay, so thank you very, very much. I'll see you guys next month hopefully. Bye bye for now. Goodbye.